What's up guys, welcome back to Electronic. In this video I'm going to show you how to read from a schematic diagram and how to build a circuit according to the diagram. Today's video is about building fire alarm circuit. On the left side you can see a breadboard which I'm going to build a project on it, and on the right side there is a fire alarm circuit. I've prepared the circuit or schematic diagram of it, and I'm going to explain step by step how the components are going to be connected to the breadboard. Let's go ahead and let's get familiar with the components used in the experiment. So on the schematic diagram, as you can see, there are several components connected to each other. We have a power supply, then infrared LED, BC547 transistor, the buzzer, resistor with the value of 220 ohm, and normal LED. As you see the circuit board on the right side, you will notice that BC547 transistor has most connections. So basically our transistor has 3 pins. One of them is collector, then we have base, and then the emitter. And all these pins or legs of the transistor are connected to a component. Emitter is connected to a battery, base connected to the LED, and collector is connected to the buzzer, resistor, and normal LED. So it's always better to start with the transistor since it consists of most connections in our circuit diagram. So let's go ahead. I have my transistor over here, BC547, and I'm going to connect it to the breadboard. Here is the emitter, then base, and then collector. Back to the circuit diagram. If we follow the path of the emitter of the transistor, which is indicated as an arrow, you will notice that it will be connected to the negative pole of the power supply. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect the emitter of the transistor to the negative rail of the breadboard. That's it. So I'm going to check the emitter of the transistor. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and let's follow the path of the base of the transistor. So on our base we have infrared LED, which is then connected to the positive pole of the power supply. Here is my infrared LED. The longer leg is anode or positive pole, and negative leg is cathode or negative pole. So the thing which you have to remember for infrared LED is that it works in reverse bias. It means that back on the circuit diagram we have cathode over here, which is minus, and then anode positive pole on the left side. So as you can see, cathode is connected to the positive pole of the power supply, and anode is connected to the base of the transistor. So I'm going to go ahead. Here is my anode. I will connect it to the base of the transistor, and cathode goes to the positive rail of the breadboard. Let's check the base of the transistor, and we are done with it. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and let's follow the path of the collector of the transistor, which is right over here. So we have buzzer, resistor, and normal LED connected in series to the collector of the transistor. I'm just gonna go ahead with the buzzer. First of all, here's my buzzer. My buzzer has 2 poles. One of them is negative pole and another one is positive pole. But on the circuit diagram, I don't know which pole of the buzzer has to be connected to what component. So let's follow the path of the IC, which is the current of the collector current. and let's see how does it flow. So we know that the current flows through the emitter back to the power supply. And if we start from this place over here, and I follow the path of the current flows through collector, then it doesn't flow through the base of the transistor. It flows through the emitter of the transistor and goes back to the negative pole of the power supply. What it means is that the negative pole of the buzzer has to be connected to the collector of the transistor, and the positive pole of the buzzer, which is on the other side, we'll show it as blue. Good. Positive pole of the buzzer is connected to the positive pole of the power supply. So let's go ahead. Let's extend our collector via this jumper wire so that we can have enough space to connect our other components. Good. So negative pole of the buzzer goes to the collector of the transistor. Here is my negative pole. I will connect it to the collector of the transistor. And the positive pole goes to the positive rail of the breadboard. That's it. So we are right now left with the, left with the resistor and an LED, which are connected in series to each other, and they are connected to the positive pole of the power supply. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's connect our resistor. Our resistor is in series with the buzzer. So in series, it means that I'm just gonna connect the resistor in this way. Then the other side of the resistor must be connected to the LED. I will grab my LED, which is, I'm gonna use a blue one. So longer leg anode, shorter leg cathode. Back to the circuit diagram. Here is my anode, and here is going to be my cathode. So anode, positive pole, goes to the positive pole of the power supply. Let's go ahead and let's do it. And again, back to the circuit diagram, cathode will be connected to the resistor. And I'm just going to connect the cathode, and we are done. So let's go ahead and let's connect the power supply. I have 8 volts coming into the circuit, and let's test it. So here's my lighter. If I turn it on and bring it near to the other LED, this normal LED will turn on, and the buzzer as well. Let's go ahead and let's do it. Oops, my lighter is not working properly. Yeah. So that was the first part of how to read from schematic diagram. In the near future, I'm just gonna go ahead and go through some of my digital electronic projects, and then I'm just gonna upload another how to read from schematic diagram. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video. Please let me know in the comment sections if you have any inquiries about the circuit or circuit diagram. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks and have a good day.